everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is going to be my version of a drugstore beginner makeup kit for mature skin. The bag itself I did not purchase. I got it free with a gift from Lancome, but every drugstore that you go into has cosmetic bags of various different sizes and shapes, so it'll be easy to get a makeup bag when you're curating your beginner drugstore kit. So let's get into the products. Everything is on my face today that I'm going to include in the bag. And we're going to start off with primer. And I have two primers here that I want to show you. The first primer is from Revlon. It's the Photo Ready Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing Primer. This is very nice. It's not as smoothing, we'll say, as the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, but this does a great job of creating a base for your makeup, smoothing out the skin and getting it ready for foundation. I have an alternate primer as well. This one is from Pixi, and this is the Rose Flash Balm. And the nice thing about the Rose Flash Balm is that not only does it moisturize and prime the skin, but it also adds a little bit of a glow. And that's what I like about this. You can actually wear this alone and your skin looks so glowy. And it works great under foundation. This would be an alternate primer. If you wanted to have a choice of two, these are perfectly good drugstore primers, both of which you can get at Walgreens. Okay, let's move on to foundation. So after looking over the foundations that I own and that the drugstore carries, I think the one that's the best for mature skin would be the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. This one has SPF in it, SPF 50, which is fantastic. It's full of antioxidants and it has a little bit of that L'Oreal concentrated serum in there. And although this is not going to be a full coverage foundation, we don't want to wear a full coverage foundation as we mature because it can tend to look cakey and age us. This does not at all settle into wrinkles, and it just evens out the skin tone and just perfects the tone of the skin. It hides some very minor imperfections, but if you've got, you know, bigger imperfections than that, or if you have dark spots, it's not going to completely conceal them. This is, I would say, light to medium coverage, but that would be my pick for mature skin. So then moving on to concealer. So I happen to love a lot of concealers that are out there. For mature skin, I think one of the greatest selections for concealer is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This has been in my collection for a long time, but this is a wonderful concealer. Now for setting powder. I have to say my favorite drugstore setting powder is the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate setting powder. This powder is so finely milled and soft. This is perfect for setting under your eyes, but it's also wonderful for all over the face. It doesn't settle in and look cakey. You don't look like you have a mask on, and you know, it just really helps to set the skin very nicely to keep your makeup lasting longer. Okay, let's move on to the eyes. So I do have a couple of brow products to show you. My number one favorite drugstore brow pencil is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I get mine in the shade Taupe, but it comes in about 8 or 9 different shades. It has a very fine point on the end, and it has a nice little spoolie on the other end to help blend. An alternative that you can also find is from Physicians Formula. This is the Slim Brow Pencil, and it's very much like the NYX, very, very comparable to the NYX. Now for a brow gel, NYX has their Control Freak brow gel, but also their new one, the Brow Glue. This one's really nice. Not only does it really set your lashes, but it keeps them in place for several hours. I happen to really enjoy it better than the Control Freak. Now let's move on to eyeshadow. So I recently hauled the e.l.f. and Jen Atkins collab products, and I have to say I've been using this palette so much that I think it's perfect for mature skin. So you've got 4 matte eyeshadows here, you've got a matte bronzer, you've got a shimmery sort of pinky peach blush, and then you've got a highlighter. And the nice thing is you can use any of these shades on your eyes, which is what I've done. So for my look today, I used this shade as my transition, this shade to darken the crease, and this shade for the outer V. And then on my lid, I have the blush. And on my face, I have the bronzer, the blush, and a different highlighter I'm going to show you. This highlighter here is not suitable for every skin tone, and this bronzer is too light for darker skin tones, but she does have a darker version of this on the e.l.f. website. This can also be found at Ulta. It's a great value for what you get in this palette. So that's what I have on my eyes and on my face. But for highlighter, I bought this. This is the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day Set and Glow. It has like this little balm here, like a shimmery balm. So if you're more into a cream, that's great. This is what I have as a highlighter today. It is so pretty. So this is the highlighter for lighter skin tones. This one is great for, sort of light, medium, and even tan skin tones. And then this here as well. Now, all of these products, with the exception of the e.l.f. and Jen Atkins palette, so far these are all sold at Walgreens. Okay, let's move on to mascara. I have a couple mascaras to show you. Oh, I forgot to show you a sponge. This is a nice little sponge. Morphe has come out with these blending sponges. I like to use a brush, and then with a damp sponge, like to go over to make sure everything is even and blend it in properly. And this is a wonderful sponge. Obviously, you wet it and you dampen it and squeeze out the excess water. And what you do is you can use this to apply your foundation, the L'Oreal Age Perfect, or you can do what I do, use a brush and then use this damp just to ensure that everything is blended out. Let's get into mascara. I have short lashes, and although I have quite a few, they're very short and stubby. I find I get the biggest bang for my buck with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. It adds just enough volume to my lashes, but it really, I've noticed quite a bit of difference in the length of my lashes when I've been using this. This is an excellent mascara, and this is the one I'm wearing today. But as an alternative, then I love the L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara. This is great. It's got the bent wand. I don't know if you can see that here, the bent wand. And it really aids in getting every little lash. It adds volume and it adds a little bit of length. So this is a great all-over mascara, one that I love. This again I purchased because this is a backup. I just used mine entirely. So this is a backup for me, but this is a great alternative to the Maybelline Sky High. So we've got our face done, we've got our eyes done. Let's move on to lips. So I've got some lip products here that I want to talk to you about. The first is a lip liner. Now, I happen to love NYX lip liners. This is the matte lip liner, and this one is in the shade Sandstorm. And this one is so pretty. It's just a very nice nude lip liner right there. So I have that. I also have this one from the same e.l.f. and Jen Atkins collab. This is a more pinkier toned with a pinky liner here and then the matching lipstick here. But these are wonderful too. These are from Maybelline. These are the Ultimate, what do they call these? A Color Sensation Ultimate Lipstick. This one is in the shade Mauve. And this is what I'm wearing on my lips today. this shade right here. It is so pretty. There you go, right there. And I have a gloss on top of this. So they make this in a multitude of colors. I really do enjoy that. And of course, the lip liners here, they make in a multitude of colors. Now, if you're looking for a nice gloss to throw on top of that, this one is great. This is from Physicians Formula. This is the Diamond Plumper Mineral Wear Lip Plumper Gloss. This one is in the shade Light Pink Princess Cut. And what I like to do is just use a little of this on top of any lipstick that I wear. And then lastly, if you're looking for something not quite as pink and you want something nude, these NYX Butter Glosses are great. I have, I think, about 6 different shades. And this is one of my favorites for nude. This is called Madeline, and they're all dessert themed. And this one is just a lovely nude gloss that has a nice amount of opacity to it, so that it's not super sheer right there. And I think you can't go wrong with that. Now, lastly, we have all our makeup done. We want it to last for hours. So for a setting spray, I think my favorite drugstore setting spray right now is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This has such a fine mist. You got to give it a good shake. It's got those little shaker balls in there. And can you see that? It is super fine. This is a wonderful setting spray. It has just a light fragrance to it. Let me just see if it says here what the fragrance is. Green tea, cucumber, and aloe. Really, really nice. This is an excellent setting spray. This, I believe, would be available at Ulta, but you certainly can order it on their website as well. And it's very, very extremely low cost. So it is drugstore price. So that is everything today for my beginner drugstore makeup kit for mature skin. I hope this was helpful and you enjoyed. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. That really helps my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're advised of all my future uploads. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.